I think school lunches are like eating food from a jail.
I don't like them, and they taste very bad.
I think school lunches can be okay. They're okay, but there's nothing wrong with them. But
I think school lunches are pretty disgusting.
I think the school lunches are sometimes good, other times bad. I think that it's not that healthy, and it's not always that good.
It's really unhealthy and pretty gross. So.
Well, the taste, it doesn't really taste that good, and the health, they tried to make it healthy, but it's really not that good anyways, so they're both not really that good.
What is your favorite thing to eat in the lunchroom, Thomas Robert?
Cheetos.
Um, buffalo chicken patty or chicken nuggets.
Probably the chips. The only thing that doesn't really taste bad.
Chicken.
What's your favorite thing to get?
Chicken!
Certain portion sizes has to be very precise. The components, what they're made up of. We've got very strict guidelines, stricter than we've had in the past as far as what makes a meal. We have to make sure that everybody takes at least a fruit or a vegetable, and the portion has to be accurate. The meals, yes, very low salt. Everything is measured out according to how many grains, how much protein, low sodium, if any. I think you've noticed there's not any salt or pepper or anything out anymore. It's pretty strictly controlled. Yep. But that's a tough question because like I said, everything is portioned out. So sometimes one lunch might look healthier than another lunch. Example would be if you can make a meal out of a salad and a fruit and another vegetable and a milk, that might look healthier, but they're all, like I said, they're all put together with the same criteria and portioned out. So maybe the chicken nugget dinner doesn't look as good as the salad, but the nuggets are whole grain. Everything has to be whole grain, so it would really be hard for me to say one or the other because they're all pretty well monitored. Well, this year they're buying more meals than they ever have, and I think a lot of that is because everything can be put into a combo meal now. So things that used to be sold a la carte in the past, if they take a fruit, and it has to be a quarter cup, if they take a fruit or a vegetable and they take it with a salad, or if they take it with a hamburger, that's considered a meal because you've got all your components in the burger and the vegetable. So most everybody is taking, if they're taking anything as far as an entree, they're taking it as a meal this year.
Because of you and your colleagues across the country today, tens of millions of children are eating healthier school meals that finally meet modern nutrition standards. Standards, by the way, that were developed by experts at the Institute of Medicine and based on sound science. And I know that this type of major transformation of our nation's school lunch program hasn't been easy. The truth is that when it came to the food being served in our schools, we had our work cut out for us. Our school lunch program costs taxpayers more than $10 billion a year. And before these new standards, A lot of that money was spent on meals that had more than the recommended amounts of salt, sugar, and fat, meals that weren't meeting basic nutrition guidelines. But today, thanks to the hard work of school chefs, food service workers across the country, 90% of schools are now meeting modern nutrition standards. It's a good thing. We're now seeing efforts in Congress to roll back these new standards and undo the hard work that all of us have done on behalf of our kids. And, you know, this is unacceptable. It's unacceptable to me, not just as First Lady, but as a mother. I know that right now, because I have talked to so many parents, so many teachers, so many kids write me every day, and more families are realizing that we are facing a health crisis in this country. We're now realizing that childhood obesity is a real issue. And so many families are looking for help now in their efforts to find new ways to feed their family balanced meals. So moms and dads don't want their efforts undermined when they send their kids off to school. It's up to us to let them know that we're going to follow what's going on here in Washington, and we expect them to act based on our children's best interest. And I know this work isn't easy. Transforming the health of an entire generation is no small task. But we have to be willing to fight the hard fight now. This is what I tell myself. In 10 or 20 years, I don't want to look back with regret and think that we gave up on our kids because we felt like this thing was too hard or too expensive. We owe our kids way more than that.